Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. It's Monday. It's the Daily Show. I'm Ron Swanson, and we're going to get into our Diddy madness. We've got quite a lot of things to have a little chat about to see which direction we're going to go after our main segment. I have, of course, sent the link out to the wonderful, wonderful panel, and we shall see how things go. But I hope everyone is doing well. We've had a great morning so far. Ryan Dawson, right? I mean, what a great guest. He never fails to deliver. Just the fact after fact after fact. I've completely lost all of the things that I was going to talk about first. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Right. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right, everything loading. Here we go. So, yeah, Sean briefly touched on this. We have got Perez Hilton coming in on the 6th. I'm looking forward to this one because it's another guest from another avenue, another walk of life to get some perceptions on for sure. But there was a live stream. Sean actually was just talking about it there. The Chris Todd part 2. Here we go. So I think after we've done our main section, we might get into some parts of this. But today we're going to go through some headlines as always. We're going to jump in to see what has been going on with Twitter. Big shout out to Kaza Bear. There's some stuff that I'm going to see if I can play the audio but not show the video actual context of. And then there's some other stuff that I can't even play the audio for. And oddly enough, the one that I can't play anything for because it's too traumatic, is the only one that it won't let me repost on Twitter. Every time I go to repost, it looks like it might be automated to protect our users from spam. We can't complete this action right now. It's really weird. So yeah, it's filling up now. What is happening? What is happening? Almost 1,000 out the door. What is happening, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. Let me know how your weekend was, right? Let's do like put a 1 in the side chat if you had an awesome weekend, 2 for a meh weekend, and a 3 for like I just don't even want to remember this weekend. Let me see how everyone did. I hope everyone had a good time. But if any of you knows the Skippy Podesta file, right? In fact, let's get through everyone's weekend first. All right, let's get through everyone's weekend. All right. Okay, so far so good. So far so good, everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll take a 2 over a 3. Oh, Nikki. Oh, that one little lonely 3 amongst all of the mez and bangers. A 5. Oh dear. All right, still me. Listen, I'm sure there's hotlines you can call. I hope you're okay. All right. I hope you'll get through it. Okay. All right. Well, listen, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think a majority of people are having a good time. So if you didn't, condolences. I hope this weekend is better. And it sucks when you have a terrible weekend and you're straight back into Monday. Also, where did Christmas come out of nowhere from? Right? We've got our festive tinsel up on the overlay, but it's in like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes from now, boom, Christmas. I'm here for it. I'm all for it. I'm all about it. But yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Okay, so let me know in the side chat. Put a 1 in the side chat if you know the reference of the Skippy Podesta pizza comet videotape where there's allegedly the voice of Podesta and the harrowing sounds of a child, right? Put a 1 in the side chat. If you watched it this weekend and you also put a 3 in the side chat, that would make sense. So yeah, okay, great. So you've all been traumatized along with me. Okay, so I'm going to let the ones run out here, and I'm going to ask you another question. So we're going to go. What I'd like you to do is do 1A, 2A, right? Just so that we can separate these answers. So put 1A or 2A. 1A being I believe it was Podesta. 2A being I do not believe it was Podesta. It's all right, Christy. Listen. I'm just trying to see how the majority of the people who've seen it, what they think. I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense. It's something I can't play, and it's not letting me share it on Twitter, sadly, because suspicious. Yeah, okay, so. All right, so we all kind of fall three. Okay, nice, Joseph. All right, nice one. It's throwing the memes. All right. So we're kind of all on the same page. So this video basically contains really weird visuals, darkly lit. I mean, it's the thing of horrors. Do you know what I mean? And you can hear a man's voice saying, say my name, and this little boy trying to answer the questions, and it just becoming more aggressive. And it's just, you don't need to hear it. Don't go looking for it. But it was one of the things that was shared on Twitter by Kaz, and I just wanted to talk about it because of how relevant all of the pizza stuff is, especially with my streams. I'm sure you all know that. And I wanted to remind you of this. Not that we're not deep diving. I've already done a deep dive into this. But when we talk about people like the Podestas, they seem to forget a lot of the things that were thrown at them. All right, with regards, and we're going to listen to something in a minute. For those of you who think that the whole pizza era, let's just call it the pizza era. 1 second. Was like a closed case, right? And I'm telling you now, I have never seen the way that everything shifted on the internet, on certain groups that wore masks that align with tomorrow, in fact. And where that group originated from and what happened after this particular era forever changed the landscape of the internet. And it was a very interesting rebuttal from the elites, how they handled this. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm sorry if I'm sounding so cryptic. I'm going to stop doing that as we move forward. Don't worry. But I want to see if you can hear this. Can you guys tell me if you guys can hear this and if there's an echo, right? First of all. Now, what we need to do is share this, right? And then if we go like this, can you tell me if you can hear this?
No one to this day, including John Podesta himself,
and if you can hear it, is there an echo?
Can explain the code words in his...
Let me know if you heard that. Yeah, okay, sounds clear, right? Okay, so we're going to play this. I'm sorry that I can't show you the visuals. It's just there's a brief moment where a nipple appears. We can't. This is YouTube. All right, let's just relax. Okay, so I'm going to play through it. You can hear the audio. Oh, echo, yes. Tell me if you can still hear it now. I'm going to mute myself. Tell me if you can still hear it now.
Insane.
So many people in the mainstream media have said Pizzagate is conspiracy.
Did you hear it there without an echo? You should have got it there. Perfect. All right. Now.
Insane.
So many people in the mainstream media have said Pizzagate is conspiracy theory. Pizzagate has been debunked. It has not been debunked. If it's been debunked, explain the code words. No one to this day, including John Podesta himself, can explain the code words in his emails.
Hey, John Podesta, can you please explain why you have children rented for entertainment for your adult hot tub parties? No one has ever explained why John Podesta has literal pedophile and cannibalism paintings all over his office and his home. Tony Podesta too. And then you look into the spirit cooking dinners, and you look into Marina Abramovic, who's the one that was conducting the spirit cooking dinners. Why are they going to spirit cooking dinners? Why are they sacrificing chickens to Moloch in their backyard? This isn't my words. This is their words. This is in their emails.
I'd be willing to debate anyone who thinks that Pizzagate has been debunked.
You asked me when how am I getting additional briefings? That was the first and last time I talked.
So October 9th is the last time you have heard from the FBI at all.
Yes.
You have not got an update on the investigation to your personal email.
That is correct.
So
All right. So there's a few images that I just want to kind of. So I just want to say as well, all of the conspiracy towards the Podestas come from their own words. All right. This is the thing you all, because I know a lot of you are either new to the realities of the world, or perhaps, I don't know. It's good to remind everyone. So you got to understand, this is all based off of their words, and at no point have they answered for any of these codes. The FBI released what these codes were, and they've never really questioned it. You all know the whole $65,000 for hot dogs request from the Obama administration. It's a very peculiar reality, and Marina Abramovich and Spirit Cooking. Now, just to touch briefly on Marina Abramovich, she is a performance artist, and she's done a lot of wild exhibitions, shall we say. One of which where she laid, I think it was 84 objects on a table, going from feathers to belts, to razors, knives, a gun, a bullet, feather dusters, everything that you can imagine on a scale from pleasure to pain to death, right? And then she stood in an art gallery and allowed members of the public to pick an item and do to her whatever she wanted, right? All right? Just to build a scene here, right? Then you've got some pretty out there. Now, I just want to say this is all cow bone, all right? But then you've got Marina sat on top of, I mean, like I say, it's cow bones, all right? But, I mean, it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. I mean, I think we can all agree that is like some, like, TikTok hardcore vegan post. You know what I'm saying? Right? Big shout out to the vegans, right? And then you heard the word spirit cooking a lot, okay? And all of this, why is it, right? Why is it they've created loopholes? Now you're going to have to bear with me on this one, guys. If you're neurodiverse, you'll be fine. All right, so we've got us, right? People like us, okay? And I just mean on this level of existence, right? The normal person, right? And then we have the celebrity. Okay, then we have art and we have expression, okay? Now, if for some reason I suddenly came on YouTube, okay, and I was like, guys, listen, I'm going to do this crazy, like art project with this, outside. I'm going to stand there, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do all that. You would all burst out laughing, right? Because we're not at a level where we're conditioned to be told that if something is art, we'll see it differently, okay? But then you go up into you go up the next level into the upper echelon, right? Upper echelon. And all of a sudden, art becomes a shield, my guy. Art becomes like this way out, right? Hey, don't worry about it, it's art. Hey, don't worry about it, it's art. It's art, man. Hey, see those little kids over there holding the little teddy bears with the leather straps and the little handbags and like the ball thing in there. It's art. Relax. It's art. Relax. It's like this shield, right? And it's like, if you wanted someone to humiliate themselves, or if you wanted somebody to do something so out there that people sort of question their sanity but then you repackage it as art, a lot kind of slips through. Now, that's not all art, okay? Right? Okay? But hang on a second. Let me just bring up some stuff. So this is like a 10-minute video where Marina is like painting stuff on a wall for her spirit cooking, right? And it's like painting this bloody madness across a wall, right? That's just, I mean, there's nothing here to really see, but you can see there's a letter R there, all this kind of stuff. So, okay. If I turned around to you and we're like, oh, so I'm going to this really fancy restaurant tonight, and what they're going to do is they're going to serve up, right, like a human-shaped dinner, okay? And we're all just going to pretend that we're cannibalizing this person, right? But don't worry, because it's art and there's celebrities, right? Right? Like, there is so much that we are seeing that is getting, put under this false label of art as expression. And I'm all for all art and expression, right? But when you have political individuals like the Podestas who have outrageous artwork, okay? When we have the same artwork with Marina Abramovich, when we have Marina Abramovich hosting these dinner parties for celebrities that is nothing short of conditioning them for almost cannibalistic style rituals that are to come. Tell me I'm crazy. I'm not saying. I'm just having a discussion on the internet here. But it seems awfully like conditioning to me. Okay. In the same way as I'm sure if any of you have served in the armed forces, I'm sure at some point they're like, okay, we're going to show you some horrible pictures now to prepare you for the horrors of war. I'm assuming that happens. It makes sense. In that sort of way, except obviously one's preparing you for war and one's just, preparing you for the next level. And it's kind of crazy. When you start making a list of all these things that are a bit suspicious, and then these people that are in this suspicious artistic or expressive community or group or situation seem to have links to the next one. And then you've got Marina Abramovich pops up all the time, right? And Beverly Rhodes, who is like, I never realized how badass she was. Like, how many people do you know that have been called up by a letter organization, asked to find someone, and they've went, me, and they've found them? I'll wait. Feel free. Let me know in the side chat. I mean, I'll wait because I'm thinking not many people. Okay. So, like, I am so sold on Beverly Rhodes right now. And there's hopefully some exciting things in the works coming, so stay tuned. And I was asking her about Michelle Lamy and about Marina, and she sort of went on to say that Michelle Lamy, the one with the black stuff and all this that we were looking at for the last week, she feels like she is very much the wannabe. Okay, she is very much like the over-the-top member who is trying to be noticed, and Marina is very much miles ahead of them in the dark world. I mean, I just love this stuff, man. I just can't get enough of we're getting so close to uncovering stuff in this Diddy case, right? That like can you imagine if we just get one decent investigator and somebody puts pictures out of a huge ritualistic room with symbols and all of this going on, and they find like a bunch of satanic robes or demonic robes, right? With Puffy embroidered here, Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm just saying, right? Ron, you trying to get Michelle Lammy out of your head. Listen. I ain't got any worries of that nature. All right, just so you know. But at some point it's going to happen, right? We're going to see something. And if it does, that's it for me. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it validates so much. Because, and I'm sorry, I know even to this day, there'll be people in the side chat who can only believe so far, right? They can only believe that evil can exist to a certain extent in people. And then the thought of it being a massive group, a cabal, a coven that stretches through the higher echelons of all of society, that is, again, way too much for a lot of people to swallow. I describe it often as the hand over a flame that it pulls away because it can't take anymore. That's for a lot of people, this subject is. Yeah, I will try and keep you all awake with my madness. But listen, before we do that, can you guys just give me a little like and a little share whilst I bring up our next thing? Also, apparently, off topic, right? Apparently, the man on the island's missus had a TED talk. What? I mean, that is her, right? That definitely is her. Yeah, apparently it's been scrubbed up off the internet, so yeah, we don't want to really go too much into that, but it's been scrubbed off, and apparently it's a real thing. So I'm just saying, you know, we can't play it, sadly. So what else is next? I think we're going to jump into the Diddy headlines, and that should be where we're going to stick for the next half hour or so. Just give me 1 second. For the next half hour or so. 1 second, please. All right. Okay, so apparently we're in the realm now of the silencing of witnesses era. Okay, this is where we are being told now in the news, and I mean, we're being told about people that we've spoken to, that it's there. Diddy is now on the silencing campaign, so let's have a little look. Attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs have made a shocking attempt to silence a grand jury witness who has made bombshell claims about the rapper's so-called freak-off parties. Lawyers Mark Agnafilo and Tony Geragos submitted a letter to the federal judge overseeing a hip-hop mogul sex trafficking racketeering case, asking him to expedite their motion for a gag order on witnesses, citing a deluge of improper pre-trial publicity. Okay, it says the statements made from certain individuals are undermining Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial and the integrity of the grand jury proceedings. How serious a discussion do you want to have about this? Right? Do you want to like have a discussion about whether? Because I mean, I think they might have a point. Okay, but I mean, the evidence is, I mean, who at this point is sitting on the fence still about whether or not Diddy had some shenanigans going on? I don't think anyone. The lawyers says, I mean, if I was Diddy, right, I'd be like, this seems a bit unfair, right? But I'm not. So the lawyers hit out specifically at Combs' former friend, Courtney Burgess, who has claimed in multiple interviews that he has seen videos of the major celebrities being victimized at Diddy's notorious freak-off parties. Well, I mean, I'm not being funny. If people weren't allegedly being silenced and allegedly disappearing, I'm sure people wouldn't allegedly feel it necessary to like put some stuff out there to keep themselves a bit safe, you know? Those stories were spread rapidly through the media and created impressions that the impression that such videos exist, which is false. What? And then the government is actually crediting his sensational claims, which is profoundly prejudicial, the lawyers argue. What are you talking about? They agree that they are not treating Burgess's claims as an extortion scam. The government is fueling online conspiracy theories that make it possible for Diddy. What are you talking about? So the government's like, nah, this isn't a scam, right? So at that point when they're making a decision, At that point when they're making a decision, right? It's either a scam or it's real, right? In the decision-making process, right? So then Burgess comes in, shows him it, and then they confirm it's not a scam. And anyone want to explain what they think that means? Because I know what that means. The lawyers also know the government has been investigating Diddy for almost a year and must know the alleged free cups were never involved men, minors, or Have I woken up in a different dimension right now? Like, is this actually? Am I reading this? Are you all reading this? Is this what's going on? Let's start this back again. They argue that by not treating Burgess's claims as an extortion scam, the government is fueling online conspiracy theories that make it possible for Diddy not to free for a child. The lawyer also note that the government has been investigating Diddy for almost a year and must know the alleged freak-offs never involve men, minors, or parties. So, okay. So the narrative is now that there was no men at the parties, no minors, and there never was any parties to begin with. All right, sweet. Still, Burgess has testified that he has seen videos of at least 2 male stars who were underage at the time being victimized at the parties. He said the videos were on a flash drive he kept on kept by Diddy's ex Kim Porter, who died in 2018. That's Courtney Burgess right here. Burgess later told the national news station Banfield that Thursday night that all of the stars featured in the video appeared to be under the influence of substances. He did not name any of the celebrities in the videos. Burgess claims that the videos were taken by cameras in Diddy's home, where they were not always obvious to those in the room. He maintains that he was given the flash drives containing the videos by a friend who had obtained them from Porter. The images, it remains unclear whether Burgess has the tapes or if he handed them over to authorities. Burgess says he was friends with the rapper for 35 years. Once loving him as a brother, now he sees him as the devil. Wow. Like, you gotta say, right? I mean, 35 years. Good day. Oh, look at those lashes. You've gone full Fabalash today. I'm feeling it. So we're talking about the alternate universe that we've woken up today, right? Where Diddy's lawyers are apparently saying that, hey, listen, there wasn't any men at the parties or any kids, and there wasn't even any parties. Okay, I'm being serious, right? I'm being serious. We just read it a minute ago. Now we're looking at Burgess, Courtney Burgess, his response to some stuff. So that's what we're getting into this now. Okay, it's the fact that Courtney, 35-year friendship with Diddy. I mean, when we've got people like that, right, that are, you know, we've interviewed him, and hopefully there's more to come. But these individuals, like, we have to really listen to these people. You know, people, so many people, like, oh, why did nobody come forward? Why has nobody come forward before? Why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? Well, we're listening now. All right, everyone's here. We're gathered. The mainstream media is finally printing this level of insanity that is this story. All right, give me one more little like and share if you guys can. It really, really does help me out and help me build this little show. So let me carry on with this. Okay, at the time, I guess he was ambitious. Then from ambitious, he went to doing anything. And then he got doing anything to didn't care about nobody. Who he could beat, Burgess told Banfield. And then he ended up turning into Lucifer. And today I'm looking at him, and I know all call him Diddy or Puffy. I call him Lucifer. The rapper is now in jail awaiting the trial for all of this horrible stuff. He denies the allegations and insists he's being unfairly targeted. His legal woes exploded last year when a video emerged showing him kicking his ex-girlfriend, the singer Cassie, in a Los Angeles hotel. Since then, dozens of men and women have come forward. with damning allegations. He was arrested earlier the year by federal prosecutors and has since been held in Brooklyn jail. Well, damn. Yeah, did you see, we watched through this the other day, Letitia? Did you see the stuff that we did with Burgess? You got anything you want to comment on that, or anything that we just went over? What do you think?
I did, but what's interesting is what's going on, what you just went over, that he wants to gag people and get them to shut up because it's damaging. It's very damaging. He named the 8 people that were in the freak off. Did you hear about that?
Well, I mean, I don't know the names of the people, but
I do.
Where did you get the names from?
This one lady, I sent it to you.
All right, let's see if we can talk about this. Let's have a look. This sounds spicy. Let's have a look, Lady Letitia.
I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So he named them. He named all 8 of them.
Oh, damn. Oh, this looks like a good little video.
Yeah,
like
it is good. You can fast forward it a little bit through her intro.
I weirdly think that she's on a list of mine that we've tried to reach out to. Yeah,
I like her.
I think so.
Funimation or something like that.
I can't remember. Yeah. Right. Anyway, hang on. So.
Yeah, go in till you see his face, and then when you see him, then he's going to be talking about the names. He names all 8, and he names the 2 minors, the 3 minors.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, what I'm going to do is not play that, right? But what I will do is take this, and I'm going to post a link to it in the side chat here.
Okay.
Just because of in the UK, there's some weird stuff with laws and naming minors and being public, and I don't want to get one of them. But I posted it in the side chat.
I'll name the people, but I won't name the minors. But we already know who it is.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, don't go into the minors, but tell us in what you've heard, Letitia. Tell us what you've heard.
Okay, so anyway, I heard that there was the 8 celebrities were in this 11 drives or whatever, different USB drives that he handed over to the federal government. And basically he named Mary J. Blige was in one, J-Lo, Snoop Dogg. Who else did he name? I won't name the minors. He named some more. I forgot.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me just bring up some text messages.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I tell you what. I have got a picture of a madness here, right? It's a cropped image of somebody allegedly eating fruit off of somebody. I mean, you can see that the back of the top of a head. You can't really, see if it's a person or how old they are, but it's pretty bad. Okay. So
I think Jay-Z may have been named too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit mad. But it's none of the names. It's none of the names. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear those names. Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that he said them.
Yeah. Well,
and that's why he wants it gagged. That's why he wants him no more talking.
Yeah. Hush now. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people are confirming some of the names here. Interesting. Yeah. I just, it's always better to be safe than sorry when it's not my channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Always better to be safe and too safe rather than sorry. So Burgess, Courtney Burgess, hopefully more to come from him, like I said.
Yeah, maybe he can come back on and name them.
Well, isn't it interesting after the things that you just said and side chat have just said, when we pull up this article, right? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Right? Suge Knight calls out Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and more for not stepping up after Diddy arrest. Stepping up to what?
Wow.
Suge Knight slammed Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and more for being silent and not stepping up after Diddy's recent arrest. Stepping up like
Like
taking
not calling
okay.
him out.
Not calling. Okay, let's go with that. All right. So almost like but is that like you look guilty if you don't do that? Maybe.
Yes, you do, because you're complicit and
Okay,
you know
yep.
that's
All
going
right.
down.
That's fine. We'll go with that. All right. Suge Knight has okay, we've done it. Earlier this month, Diddy's real name, Sean Combs, was arrested and charged with all this nasty stuff. And that too. He has since been detained in Brooklyn. We know this. And I spoke to Chris Cummins, serving 28 years for his term in facial hit and run. Called out some of the biggest rappers for endorsing Combs' behavior. Okay, I look at it in real plain and simple. I ain't no whistleblower. He said over the phone the facts are there, but right now I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay-Z, I don't care if it's Snoop Dogg, I don't care if it's The Game, I don't care if it's Drake. Nobody is stepping up. Interesting. Is this a little?
Hey, sure. Thank you for calling.
All right. Yes. Let's just steal a little bit of content right here. Got a little bit. All right. Let's hear what Suge Knight has to say.
Back.
Hey, I like to say this too, real quick. You got a woman that works for you is really incredible. You don't find too many people.
I thought you were about to implicate her in the investigation. I'm just glad you're not implicating Dusty in the investigation, Suge, because I can't take that.
She's not in the investigation. But what I want to do for her is, I want to. And look, I got to do this for her, but I want to turn her on to this clothing line called Girls Mondays to Sunday. Girl Monday to Sunday, and I'm definitely gonna look out for her because I buy a lot for a lot of people from that place. But look, what I was basically trying to say is this: I respect your show and respect what you're doing, but the most important thing is there's got to be a solution, because this has been going on in the industry for a whole bunch of years, for decades. And at the same time, you know, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true. But if we don't fix it and do something about it, history will constantly
repeat itself. Now, Suge, you said something early on that I want to get clarification for the audience. Suge, you said early on, you can't just look at Diddy in isolation. You said this was done to him. He learned from others, and it was done to him, and then he did to others. To me, that sounds like what I hear when people are talking about abusive situations, you know, hurt people, that someone was sexually abused, they wind up being a perpetrator. Is that what you're suggesting about Sean Combs, that he was sexually abused and he now sexually abuses?
All right, listen, I just want to say, when my phone vibrates and then Shane appears out of nowhere like a mythical creature.
Hello, Shane.
You know what,
Hey
Shane?
guys.
I'm going to let you do this one. You want to tell people? You want to tell everyone?
Guys, when Ron asked to have Mr. Burgess on, well, I'm just going to say he and I just hung up the telephone, and he will be on tonight at 9:00.
Oh,
to give us the firsthand news on what he's been through, and if another phone call happens in another 30 minutes, we'll have.
Wait! Don't give them all. Don't give them all. Just leave them with that little nibble. Okay.
Okay.
Don't give them anything else. Listen, they've earned that. They've got us up to 2,500 viewers, right? If they can get us up to 3,000, then maybe Shane will come back and give you the other half of that delicious tidbit that he was about to drop there willy-nilly. Okay, information. It's going to cost you information early from me. All right. So yeah, let's see what we can do. But yeah, Burgess, I mean, amazing work, Shane, as always. So 9:00 tonight.
I'm watching that. He's gonna spill the beans.
Yeah, and he wanted to make very clear, guys, that like just those words on that screen, he is not a witness. He said he is not a witness.
No,
he has evidence, but he is not a personal witness. He wanted to make that clear to everybody.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, he is somebody who has been handed evidence, and that's it. He wasn't there. He wasn't like, oh, what are they doing? And there's a guy over there filming something. What is this about? There was none of that. All right.
That's correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, just to reiterate that.
So,
which was always the impression anyways, but I'm assuming you're saying that because of what's out in the press, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good to know.
Yeah.
Because I thought that he was a witness.
Yeah. Also, as well, we haven't actually confirmed the other person, so that's why I resold it for you guys to give us a few shares. It's because we don't actually have it confirmed yet. But once we have it confirmed, you will know, obviously.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's the invitation's been laid out, and but we have not gotten 100% yes yet. So
Yeah. So.
oh,
Yeah.
and the fun part is Sean and I have been invited to speak on Miss Jaguar Wright's podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That'll be awesome. When's
I
that?
said I don't know yet. I talked to her last night. She was live last night, and I jumped in her chat, and it was pretty cool. I got a very warm welcome there.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and she said she called me after it was over. She said, I saw you in there. She said I was under a different name. Da da da. She said I want you and Sean to come on. I said, how about just Sean? She said, no, how about you and Sean? I was like,
Nice. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I said I gotta shave and get home from this hospital bed first. So in a couple of days, hopefully we'll go on together. But
Yeah,
that'll
awesome.
be fun. That'll be interesting. So.
Oh, that would be nice.
But I'm going to get back to work. I got a lot of stuff to finish between today and now and tonight's stream. So
No problem,
you guys enjoy yourself, and hopefully we can have a hell of a show for you guys this afternoon.
Hell yeah, my G. Love it.
All right. Peace out.
All right,
Talk
brother,
to you all
peace.
soon.
All
Bye-bye.
right, let's jump back into this. I was just letting Shane give you all that little scoop. Very exciting, and let's continue on with Suge.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think he repeat what was done to him. And like I said, if you look at Russell Simmons, you know the truth. Andre Rail, you know the truth. Clyde Davis, you know the truth. Jimmy Iovine, you know the truth. So there's not certain things that all of a sudden you got this. The industry is a quick business. It's been like that for a long time. And the casting couch is real, but it's for women and men. But far from all that, I think the most important thing is I feel like they should let Puffy tell his truth. I'm quite sure he's going to expose a lot of people. I'm sure he's going to move forward with it. But I don't think it should be a situation like the Epstein thing where they found him hanging from the ceiling or dead for the.
Right. Whoa. I mean, he just said that he's convinced that Diddy's going to expose a bunch of people, right? I mean, that's quite interesting considering the internal circles of Suge Knight and P. Diddy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's close circles. Sam, I'm sadly, most likely, yes, mate. I'm sorry to break it to you. And not just elites either. Anyway, so that was quite a bit. That I'm taking that with some heat. I'm not going to lie. What do you think, Letitia?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's true.
Yeah, let's continue.
The truth come out.
Do you believe
I think
that
the truth need to be.
Do you believe that Diddy is in danger in prison? And do you have advice for him based on what you just said?
Well, the first advice I have, I don't ever want to say he's in danger, and neither should he say that. Because once he gets to the point where they feel he's going to be suicidal to himself, harmful to himself, once they put him on suicide watch, you have the rights to nothing. No socks, no drawers, no T-shirt, no blanket, no sheets. You so naked in a cell as a crazy man. So he definitely don't want to do that. And the other advice I would tell him, maybe he should get on the Jewish diet. Because the kosher meals is way better than the food somebody else is making for you. At least they're going to come hot. They're going to come sealed, and you got to be the one to open them. That's very important.
What about people trying to hurt him?
Go to jail.
He's talking about the food.
Yeah, trying to get on the kosher meals because they come in sealed. Less likely that somebody can slip something in your food.
Well, didn't he stop eating? Didn't he go on a hunger strike?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of rumors about that. I mean, it was probably reported on, but I can't confirm it. I've not read it, but I think you're right. Yeah. Right. Let's.
I mean, one of the things is this: I don't care who you are. Prison and jail is a negative environment. Somebody can do something to them and get a name for themselves. they're going to actually do it. Or they can do whatever they feel they got to do to prove themselves. But we also got to learn. We got to learn from our mistakes. Everything don't have to be a mistake. You got to better yourself. But we all know what we signed up for in life. So if I signed up to be a football player, I knew I'm going to get hit and I'm going to hurt some other too. I signed up to be in the music business and the entertainment business. If you factor right and being a black man, there's certain things you got to look at for the challenges. If they can't take the money from you, they take you from the money by putting you in prison. That's a fact. In Puffy's situation, he should go and get his time out the way. Not no life sentence. If he can get a lesser time, he should jump on it because he had a great run. I'm in prison right now. I had a great run. So I don't go mad. I don't wake up mad. I've been locked up for 10 years, and I ain't had a bad day yet. And it's a lot of things we can do to help each other, and it's never too late for help. God bless us to have a voice. Let's use our voice. I had told Puffy a while back. I told TD Jakes a while back. Come on, collect calls. We can politic. Because one thing for certain, one thing for sure.
Did he say
you're just not going to walk away with one scratch on it. Have a voice. Let's use our voice. I had told Puffy a while back. I told TD Jakes a while back. Come on, told Puffy a while back. I told TD Jakes a while back. Come on, collect calls. We can politic. Because one thing for certain, one thing for sure, you're just not going to walk away with one scratch on it.
Do you think that Diddy?
He can do so.
Do you think Diddy knows enough that it's a very delicate balance that maybe investigators will want to know these other names and greatly reduce his exposure to criminality, to time, versus what people would do to keep him quiet?
Number one, I've been knowing him a long time, and we was friends. We're not enemies, but we were friends. He's not a dummy, so he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, this man right here, he's been involved with the FBI for most of his career. It's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just crawl in the corner and die. He probably going through a lot of shit right now because he probably going through a lot of withdrawals for the drugs. But the industry got him on drugs. And see, they do these things to take control. They're not doing, there's nothing wrong with being gay. If you choose to be gay, that's your preference. But they doing this to people for control. It's a power situation.
Suge.
And they've been having the power of the, yes.
I appreciate your perspective on this. And I just want to get something very clear, because if what you're saying is true, and I'm not questioning your credibility. I can't assess it. I don't know. So then he's got people who are the biggest names in the business who helped him.
To cut you off, but if any of those people I mentioned don't have no drinks and don't do no bottle with them, you'll find out. I don't want you to be right.
Well, listen. I mean, the job is to ask questions of people in power. They answer how they choose. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen, and don't forget, click.
All right. So there was some pretty interesting points made in that with regards to individuals that were named. The fact that he says that he feels that Diddy's going to be exposing everyone. What hit home for you there? You were asking about TD Jakes.
Yes, I could have sworn he said TD Jakes, like he has a conversation with him, like he talked to him. It was interesting that they have a relationship.
Okay. All right.
But what is also interesting is that what you read earlier about the people that knew and didn't say anything, like Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg, and they're really quiet. There's like, you can hear a pin drop. They're not talking about anything, and that makes them look a little guilty.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. One man's done one thing, and that was to go after Piers Morgan.
Yes.
Right. Just so happened that the person who he went after on Piers Morgan was Jaguar right? And again, the question is, right? And Jaguar will say this herself, sue me, please.
Right. And she's still
Right.
saying the same name. She's still saying his name, and they're still not doing anything. They still can't do anything about it as far as they haven't sued her. They haven't, you know.
Well, that's the thing, because they know. I mean, in my humble opinion, allegedly, in my humble opinion, these people, right? The Jaguar rights, right? The big homie C's of this lore, okay? And even the Courtney Burgesses, these aren't stupid people. Okay, they're making sure they know that they've got something in reserve that keeps them alive. And if they got brought to court, would end all of this, you know? In my humble opinion, allegedly.
Like you said, and Paula said, this thing is so much bigger than Diddy. This is this is just the surface. We're just tapping the surface of these names and people that have been, you know, mentioned in these freak offs.
Yeah.
Like I mean, J-Lo can't hide from it anymore. She can't.
J-Lo can't do a book signing anymore. Okay. Like she was like, girl can't go outside anymore. All right. Do you know what I'm saying? Jenny from the block be known everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. I'm telling you now, like a lot of celebrities will be wishing that there were still masks that were mandatory to be worn outside. I'm telling you.
The streets are talking, and they're talking loud. And it's everybody's platform that Diddy's on, and mentioning those 8 people that was in that flash drive. I mean, he has evidence, and you guys have him on your show tonight at 9:00. Woohoo!
You know, it's no big deal. It's Sean Howard channel. It's just how we roll. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how we roll now. But listen, we should all be thinking about Diddy, right? We should all be thinking what it would be like to spend your birthday in jail.
Oh.
Hang on. Nah. You're in jail on your birthday. That's what this next segment is called.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I mean, who cares? I mean, I'm not being funny, right? Keep telling us how you're being treated unfairly, mate. Okay.
Well, you know how he do his birthdays. He goes all out. He has like these big crazy parties.
Yeah.
And you know he was gonna have a freak off this year.
Oh, you listen, I'm not being funny. You know, the sacrificial stone would have been washed down so that it was nice and pretty, and the big sacrificial mallet would have been swung. And I'm sure many lives have been spared. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Many lives have been spared. I'm a little bit concerned that somewhere really well hidden is just a bunch of people in cages that haven't been fed since Diddy was arrested, right?
Really? Wow.
I mean, maybe, right? I'm just saying, like, if you look at it from a narcotic point of view, right?
Right.
If the feds come in and steal all the stuff that you've got stockpiled for sale, right? They're not going to go and look in your wee jar for your wee Percy bit. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like somewhere, right, there could just be that scenario. It's messed up, I know, right?
Yeah. But it's plausible.
It's very plausible. Like it's messed up. It really is messed up. But I'm just it's the one case where I'm like, how well did they check that house? Right? Like because we ain't see. I mean, all I'm saying is I expected to see some like this is Channel 5 News. We are in the tunnels below Diddy's house. We have tunneled in, and oh my God, people, do you see the sacrificial stone? Like that's what I've sort of been expecting to happen. Do you know what I mean? Or even like some super nerd with one of those like sonar things, and just see what they can see. It seems like they've went right. Let's make sure the tunnels don't let's just don't talk about the tunnels. Just shut up about the tunnels. Okay, I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting over the tunnels. Right, let's have a look. Sean Diddy Combs is spending his double nickel birthday behind bars. A long time, long gone are the lavish over-the-top bashes. Yeah. Well, he used to spray crystal, eat caviar, and celebrate with VIP tables.
Caviar.
at the hottest clubs along the A-list pals. This year will look very different for the embattled rapper, but at least, whoa.
Pizza. What does that mean, Ron?
This is a New York Post. Hang on a second.
I'm not surprised.
Wait a minute. Can someone just join me online and just go have a little look and tell me who's running the New York Post? Right? Because Rupert Murdoch's name keeps coming up. Why is his name like New York? It just says it's. I mean, I'm not being funny, but that is horrible. That like, nah. Who owns it? Yeah,
The fact that they put Pizza Party in there.
Yeah, I feel like we have just had our faces rubbed in something.
Yeah.
By the people up there, like
they know something.
Yeah, like that. That is. The Post can exclusively report on what Diddy's birthday menu as he turns Monday in Brooklyn. Okay.
What is the menu?
Hang on. This is one of those images. There's nothing actually shown in it, but it's just a bit risky. I just need to scroll past it.
Okay.
The Bad Boy Records founder in their quote will start breakfast with items like biscuits and gravy, oven brown potatoes, bread, oatmeal. However, his choices get better as the day goes on. These freaking white part. Yeah. Listen, again, when we seen it earlier, oh, there was no men at the parties, and there definitely wasn't any parties. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Definitely no evidence of parties here.
Is that Monday, Carey?
That lady there.
Yeah, right next to Puff.
Yes, it's Mariah Carey. Do you have any money? How much money she makes from her Christmas song every year? I'm thinking a lot, probably.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's her bread and butter.
And she gets to butter that bread. I'm telling you, that is some indulgent buttering, Letitia, on some fat slice of brioche. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Monday's lunch at Diddy's prison includes cheese pizza, Italian pasta salad, and green beans. Like, that has to be the worst and most horrible, ironic twist of fate ever.
No caviar, no Ciroc, no wine, no liquor, none of his stuff that he's normally accustomed to.
No, none at all. What a shame. Diddums, we might say. The Post confirmed with the Federal Bureau of Prisons that the meal was started at 11 a.m. But that pizza party statement honestly sent shivers up my spine.
Yeah.
Like, literally sent shivers up my spine. That was horrible. So his birthday dinner, chicken or tofu fried rice with black beans, carrots, which took place at 4 p.m. Last month, his attorney, Mark Agnafilio, disclosed the food's probability. Well, the food's probably the roughest part. I'm sure it is, right? But at the same time,
he gets pizza pizza.
Oh, man. Like, put a one in the side chat if cheese means stuff, pizza means stuff, chicken means stuff, walnut
from
means
your
stuff.
list.
Yeah. Oh, it's not my list, it's the FBI's released.
Right.
And that was right after the Podesta period of time that we talked about at the start, that they were released, because that's the only way of making the emails make sense. And yeah, it was pretty wild. Okay, so once again, everybody, 9 o'clock tonight, we've got Courtney Burgess coming back. His first interview, or first podcast, or whatever, since he was at court, handing over evidence and doing all of that stuff this week. And I can't wait to speak to him again. So here's another face, right? Because, you know, we heard Suge Knight talking about all the guys not stepping up, but there's a lot of women in this industry as well. You know,
that's true.
And you've just you yourself allegedly said that somebody had said that Courtney had mentioned Mary J. Blige, J-Lo. Okay, we know that. In fact, let's just take Mary J. Blige out of the equation. J-Lo, pretty well publicized. Her connections.
You mentioned Beyonce, but I'm not 100% sure.
We're just going to throw a big allegedly on that too, because, you know, girl. Yeah. So
allegedly.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige, allegedly, Beyonce, allegedly, all of these allegedlys. No one's saying nothing, and we're weeks in. Like, we're weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks into this. No one's saying nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
J-Lo running.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher's trying to move to Portugal, apparently. Nothing sus about that, mate. Like, nothing sus about the Podestas having a massive, massive mansion in the same area where Madeleine McCann went missing. Nothing suspicious at all. Have you seen the sketches? Just whilst I load up the next section, have you seen the sketches of the two people who were the police sketches of the two people that abducted Madeleine side by side with the Podesta brothers?
No.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? And they do happen to have property there as well. I'm not saying
just like the sketch.
I'm not saying any of this is connected at all. I'm just a guy on the internet showing you some pictures and letting you guys make up your own minds. Okay? Okay?
They look just alike.
I'm not saying nothing or none. I'm just showing you this. And then going about my day. I got one sec.
Twinsies.
Right, where are you, little rascal? I just had her. Where are you? There she is, little rascal. Right, so. All right. Beyonce and Diddy's story. This is an old one. This is from the start of the month. So again, it's my bigger point is really the point that bringing this one up. Yeah, well, listen, right? I mean, no, right? Nah, not on a scale of the diddler. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely times where you would speak up and be like, I had nothing to do with these people. I just want to make that clear, right? But this is a bit massive, right? And I'm fully on board with Jaguar Wright, right? Where she's like, it's everyone, right?
It's everyone.
I believe you, okay? Because if we go back and again, I can't quote anyone. The only person I can remember is Justin Bieber and I think Usher, who've said things along the lines of, you know, you can't just be famous. Doesn't matter if you're talented. You've got to, you know, there's systems and all this kind of stuff implying that you just can't become famous even if you're talented. There's prices.
Right. It's not just about being talented. You got to go through these rituals and, you know, you got to be indoctrinated into this lifestyle of music and entertainment. Yep. It's not what it's all cracked up to be.
Oh, it's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's jacked.
I'm just going through the side chats. Just bear with me a second.
Sure.
Because I thought I saw something.
That's why Beyonce's not doing so good with her fan base. Well, she's losing some fan base for sure.
Well, here's the thing, right? The sad thing is, right, when we're talking about their fan base, like let's use Beyonce for an example. What is she on Instagram? 150 million? Something like that.
Yeah, like it's
so let's say she loses
4 million.
10% of her following, right? And 15 million people drop off. That's just 135 million left to sell L'Oreal adverts to. Oh no! Do you see what I mean? This is the new mathematical, like, what's the word? How can we phrase this? The new mathematical equation that amounts to uncancelable ability. Right?
Not necessarily, because the more the more this Diddy thing plays out, the more her name is going to keep coming up, and she's not going to be able. They're not going to be able to continue to hide behind their fame and fortune and their lawyers, because it's coming out. The tapes are coming out. The witnesses coming out. You know, it's just not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to hold this together.
You love Beverly Rhodes. Big shout out Beverly Rhodes. So yeah. Oh, 314 million on IG. Jesus. Well, see, this is the thing. We'll use Beyonce and Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is over 300 million on YouTube. You know, if he has an outrageous, I mean, not if he does have an outrageous, but there is some madness circulating that man right now. If he lost 20% of his viewership, which is like 65, if I lost 65 million subscribers, right? And I was like, it's all right. Can you just imagine? That is the sort of influencer version of Diddy handing someone $50,000 after he abuses them and leaves them a, you know, shattered version of themselves in a storeroom. You know?
I can leave 5 subscribers and I'll go crazy.
Yeah, he was another one. He's like the poor woman that got kicked up and down that hotel room and got paid 30 million, right? What is happening, Ellis? My G. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. If we can get a Discord link fired in the side chat, that would be super awesome. And come and join us, bro. What was I just saying? I got totally side quested there.
You were talking about the how many how many supporters.
That's right. Yeah. So whereas with Diddy it was financial loss, right? $30 million. Whereas with the influencers, it's a number under their name loss. But when the number under their name is so astronomical, how do you beat that new era of celebrity, that new era of higher value from younger individuals, from
it takes time,
societal point of view? Well, I mean, this is the thing. It's all shifting now as it is. And it would make me wonder if you had 15 million people and then you had 300 million people, how long would it take you? How long do you think it would how long do you think it would take 300 million to convince the rest of the world that 15 million were crazy?
Well, we would have to see like video. We would have to see some actual footage. We would it's like, say for instance,
it's metaphorically speaking. It's metaphorically speaking.
Let's say she knew, and the word is out that she knew. Like it's on CNN. Beyonce knew about the Freak Off show. She's gonna lose some subscribers, but I don't think she's gonna lose. I see what you're saying. It's gonna be hard to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If, like I say, if we convince, let's say 30 million, let's say 10%, 30 million of Beyonce's fans, and there's 300 million left on one platform. That means it's what for every one person saying Beyonce bad, there's 10 people saying you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist, all of this stuff. So it's an interesting equation when we look at how often the factor of when you say a lie often enough, people will start believing it in the context of the equation of subscriber loss versus subscriber left, and the fight between the truth and the control of the narrative by a fan base. Like, yeah, that I'm just telling you now. That was a lot. I just burnt off about 600 calories thinking about that. Like, I'm just saying. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, because then technically it's an evolving cycle of undestroyability from a social media level. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, there's 10 minutes of your life you're never going to get back.
I know that her losing some of her subscribers is bothering her, because she she built her fame on she built her fame on public appearance. You know, everything is about, you know, the outside. It's all about Beyonce's reputation. And she doesn't want her reputation to look she wanted squeaky clean. And that's why she doesn't really she's not really out a lot. You know, she's secretive. You don't really know a whole lot about Beyonce. But now Diddy's name is come up.
That is kind of a good point, right? Because I'm sorry to throw this one in, right? But we often talk about Meghan Markle and her paparazzi, right?
Yes.
So where are these people all hanging out? In freaking caves, I would imagine, with long robes on, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Feasting upon the flesh of their enemies, allegedly, right? I mean, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're just not looking in the right magazines. But I feel like you're right. Like, for example, I'm sure it would be much more interesting to publish what Beyonce's up to than some other people that get publicized about.
Yeah,
So
like Megan. Who cares?
It's interesting. All right, I just want to remind everyone, right? You know, no big deal. Just Perez Hilton coming up on the show on November 6th. We've got Courtney Burgess coming back tonight at 9 o'clock. And what I'd like to do is watch through a section of the Chris Todd interview. Sean said this was a good one, and apparently there's a legal letter from Diddy's legal team in this.
Really?
Yes, right. So now, before we play this, in fact, no, we're good. All right, so we'll get into this. We're at 1 hour 10 minutes. I hope everyone's having an enjoyable Monday. If you guys can, please share the stream, give us a like, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you subscribe to Letitia, my channel, Sean's channel, all that stuff. And yeah, I think I'm like 30 subscribers away from 12,000. If I'm being honest.
Congrats.
Quite exciting. Not that I really do much over there, because there's no time to do anything other than keep the Atwood machine running. So yeah, but look, let's dive in to this. We'll maybe skip. Sometimes Sean cuts off the initial 10 minutes of talking and it goes right into it. So we'll see what happens. But let's get in it.
Huge appreciation to Chris Todd for coming back for a second part. If you remember, it was about 6 weeks ago when he came on to talk about Kurt Cobain, but he was about to enter the epicenter of a storm that we have seen him be the co-author of, and he does credit Kim as the author. I would describe him as an engineer in this situation.
Sure.
Of this book that became the #1 selling book in the world on Amazon. It became banned by Amazon. There was cease and desists. There has been insane legal action. There's been so much. I cannot even encompass it all in the introduction to Chris, but we are going to go over it much more slowly in the coming interview.
Yeah.
And I know loads of people have sent questions in today. We're going to get to them. And, have you sent any links you want us to share, Chris, as well?
No. My stuff's out there. They can just come find me if they want. And I was just waving around that I'm going to read some of this today. This is the cease and desist from Sean Combs from jail.
Wow.
Wow.
So we're going to have some fun today.
Like, could you just imagine that letter turn up? You'd be like, that. Oh,
I know, right? What is he going to do? Try to sue him?
Yeah, I'd be like, come tell me that yourself. Come knock on the door. Okay. See,
come over.
I think maybe you're a bit busy, Mr. Diddy, right now, legally. Okay? I think. We'll find out. We'll find out right now.
Yeah. And,
all right. Chris, I think it's about 6 weeks ago when we spoke.
Yeah.
Can you take us just slowly through the sequence of events that happened after the interview?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking obviously about Diddy and the book, right? So we're talking about Kim's lost words. This is the final proof. I don't even have a copy because our book was pulled down, so I don't even have it anymore. Obviously, I have the master digitally, but So Kim's Lost Words made a big stink, a lot of drama. And we sold a lot of copies. They pulled it down. It's the most controversial book in the world. Right now, bar none, it is the most controversial book. And now that the cat's out of the bag, that Courtney Burgess has come forward, partly because of me, partly because of himself, partly for Kim, and a lot of other moving parts with Ariel Mitchell. This was the book. This is the original book.
Wow.
And Courtney pressed up this book from Kim and the source, which we can hint at today. I'm not going to reveal the source, but you guys are getting one step closer to the big cheese, the big enchilada, because now you've seen Courtney come out. Now you get to touch him. And there he is.
This is Courtney, who we've got on the show at 9 o'clock tonight, just for anybody who's thinking there might be two Courtneys. Okay.
And I had to protect him for a long time. But we don't need to have too much backstory about why he came forward. I think he's upset that people didn't believe him. I think that people are upset they didn't believe that Kim Porter wrote the book. And we took a bashing in the media. And today I'll talk about some of the reporters, but I'll try to be cool about it. But you guys want to say something? Say it to me. Come say it to me. Chris Cuomo, Mark Garagos, come say it to my face. Come say that Kim made it.
Are we subconsciously, right, like facilitating like Hollywood beefs, right?
Yes.
That are going on right now.
Yes,
like
Chris Cuomo and him are doing good.
Oh damn.
Up and that Courtney's fake. Come on. So these people, these mainstream media people, they've been trying to silence me for years. Ain't happening. So we beat you. We already beat you, and we'll beat you again. You're not real journalists. You're not investigators. So anyway, get off that real quick. This became this. This is highly explosive. I do not want it to be released. I don't. And if he tries to put it out, I'm going to stop him.
Ooh.
If anybody tries to put this out, which they already kind of did online, they're already reading it, I'm going to stop you. Because this is fire.
He said the guy that's coming on tonight.
And I put a couple things in here.
He said the guy that's coming on tonight said that he is going to go to Amazon and get that book published and get him and his lawyer.
There is some mad side quests, right, in the Diddy case, right? And this is one that we're definitely going to be making sure we're following and keeping you updated on, because everyone has been asking about Kim's book. Okay, where can they get a real copy? Which one is this? Which one is endorsed? All this kind of stuff. And I think we'd all like a copy, right? Once all this is ironed out, I think we'd all like a copy.
I would.
Right, let's carry on.
To help Kim and to help the celebrities. This thing burns the forest down. So, yeah. So we're not putting the book back up. Eventually down the road, as I pulled Albie Shore's chapter out of the book, chapter 5, it's gone. So, yeah, we'd like to someday minus her face, and we'd like to, whether it's a movie or I'd like to do a scripted movie. I don't care about the documentaries. Everybody and their mother's got a documentary about Diddy. There's nothing original there. Nothing. So, and they even did this. What? Look, when they first did that book, they made T-shirts. When you ordered the book, they sent you a T-shirt. They came together. And they tried to do it, but I told them they needed me. I'm the key. I'm the whistleblower. I have the history of it. And they knew that. And now it's all singing because you married Courtney to me. And Hollywood Wade did a lot of great stuff too. And there's another guy too. There's other people. Shout out to Cinemills TV. There's other people involved. This is a team effort. Okay? And they needed me. I was the hammer. I'm the hammer, I call it sometimes. I'm the hammer of the gods, like Zeppelin. So, yeah, we can ask whatever we want, go through the history. I'm here to stick up for Courtney Burgess today. And anybody that wants to say anything, say it to me.
Yeah, we had Courtney on about 3 days ago, and then he was in court, and then he was just all over headline news here in the UK.
Yep.
And I imagine they're probably kind of restricting him from saying things now, do you think?
Well, I mean, Ariel Mitchell may possibly be my attorney also. I know Ariel, and she's a ball.
Oh.
Letitia, I'm going to leave this playing. I just quickly need to do something for 70 seconds, and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
And Courtney's a baller. And all the people that are on the right side of the tracks, like Jaguar, Gene, us, Allie Carter, these are the ballers. The media who tries to portray us like, oh, what's this toxic crap you put out? Like, did you even do any research to know if this was real? First of all, before you start splicing my interviews at Inside Edition, do your job. Why are you sticking up for Sean Combs? What are you doing? Like, and then also they're talking about the family, and Courtney was nice enough to apologize to them. I don't think I would have even apologized. For what? Because we put Kim's picture on the book? It's about her. What do you want me to put on your cruise ship? What did you want on the cover? He did the director's chair, as he describes later, because this is the puppet master.
Cruise
you
ship.
sit in his lap or you don't get to play. Okay? So it's a fascinating story. This combo right here, this is the best like book celebrity scandal story in the last 20 years. Right here in one swipe.
All right, let's go over it a bit more slowly on what happened since I last spoke to you. So you came on, the story broke, the book went to #1 on Amazon worldwide.
And it'd still be #1. It would still be #1 if they didn't violate our civil rights. And there's 7 books up on Amazon right now with Kim's picture and using my font. They're using the same font, the same tag, the same coloring. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're violating Kim's rights, First Amendment, civil rights. Why can't she tell her story? Why? Because it hurt Albie Shore's feelings? Like, so anyway, but yeah, go on. I'm hot today. I'm hot.
He hot.
All right, good. We like hot.
Yeah.
We like hot. So we saw before the book got taken down, there was a reaction from the kids, and some other people reacted, saying it was BS. And then Amazon took it down. So when you saw this reaction from the kids and these other big names, what was your thoughts?
When I first came out and we did Rolling Stone, Vanity Fair, and Daily Mail, and I didn't know what was going to happen. Let's be honest. You're riding a wave, right? It's like a 100-foot perfect storm wave. You're riding it. You don't know if you're going to fall off. You're going to stay on as long as you can. Okay? When I knew people were going to come out. I'm not stupid. I knew people were starting to say it's fake. So I waited. The family came out. Albie Shore came out. Nobody else did. Where Will Smith didn't come out. Jay-Z didn't come out. None of those other people where's Mary J. Blige? She didn't come out. Kadada Jones didn't come out. Nobody. Where's Snoop? He didn't come out. Like, so it's fine. I've done this before. I know there's going to be people that are upset. Okay. So the book was a success. People were inspired by it. They're doing full blogs. They're reading it. They're putting pictures to the chapters. They're like investigating. It's giving them hope to tell Kim's story. For a Black woman who is abused, to tell her story. They're getting to touch her. That's the magic of why I did it. We've made $0. Zero. So nobody talk about money. Don't tell me anything about looking for a bag. Don't say a word. We've made nothing. We don't know if we'll ever make anything. We've been frozen. Okay. So now there's a lot of new stuff. It's evolved because Courtney and Ariel came forward, did TMZ, did News Nation, got that word out. And I think it helps validate these are the flash drives. Kim took them from Diddy. She did. She took.
As we get more details in the court cases,
was that Chris confirming that Courtney was handed those flash drives?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's carry on. Nice one.
That also validates, because it's like, how could all this stuff been put into a book, and then in the future court cases come out saying the exact same stuff?
Right. In the future, the book was written years ago. It was written before she died, before she was unalived. And I'm going to officially request an investigation into her unaliving. Tell you that right now.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So when I heard these people reacting, and I heard the kids react,
also
That's
as well,
good.
people are asking who this angry man is. This is an assertive man.
Yes.
Okay, I don't even think he's even close to angry yet. Do you know what I'm saying? I imagine when this man was getting ready for anger, it would be like that scene in Commando where Arnie's putting on the face paint and like loading everything up to go to war. Do you know what I'm saying? I think this is just him teetering at maybe like a 3 out of 10, hyper assertive, and I ain't taking no caca from the internet. That's what I'm seeing here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mainstream media.
Hell yeah.
And I could understand after reading the book myself that if you're a kid, you don't want to think about your mama in these situations. Your brain's going to shut down and say, this is BS. I can't accept this.
Right.
And you are going to speak out. And I can understand the motivation as to why they would say that. And it didn't, to me, that what they said didn't take away from the authenticity. It was just a knee-jerk, visceral reaction. Because it's so descriptive.
What they have to understand too is when your father or mother is a celebrity and they're famous, they touch the world. They're part of the world. Yes, if that was my mother and I read, of course. But remember, there's millions, almost maybe 1 billion people that know who Sean Combs and Kim Porter are. They're in our homes. It's like the Kardashians. You feel like you know them. I grew up with them. I watched all their shows. I feel like I know Courtney Kardashian, even though I don't know her, right? This is what they make millions of dollars from. This is the lifestyle that they're given. And it's a curse too. It is. I'm not even really a famous guy. I get a lot of crazy hate mail, stalker stuff. I'm not even that famous. Like, imagine them. Imagine what they have to deal with. So I do empathize with them. Absolutely. No one has a right to stalk people and say crazy stuff. You don't have a right to do that. I don't care how famous they are. Let them live their life. But my point is, so they've got it, and they're young. The twins are young. They're in high school. They're like seniors in high school, I believe. Okay. And even Christian's young. And Quincy's kind of young. He's a young man. So we get it. And that's why Courtney apologized to them. He did. That's why he said it on tape. I'm sorry. Sorry we did that. He can't speak for Chris Todd, though. I'm not fully sorry because I'm sticking up for Kim Porter. If that's what she wanted to come out, just let it fly, and we'll clear the smoke after.
Got a question from Manuel, and it is: why do you think Kim's personal family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, haven't spoken up about the book? It was only the kids.
Jake Porter is still alive. Kim's mother has passed on. I've heard different things about Jake Porter, like he doesn't want to talk about it. And also remember, the family's very tied to Sean Combs. This is their blood. So they're in a tough spot. I don't know really what they can do because Sean will still have money. They can't.
I think it's important as well that we remind ourselves at this point that there was many masks that P. Diddy would wear in order to blend in with the level of society that he was at. And obviously having mums, grandmas, aunties, uncles, cousins, all these people only seeing certain levels of your evil is what maintains the mask and illusion publicly. You can't have a bunch of like people with like a conscience, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in their 2-bedroom condo right? Thinking to themselves, I wonder how I could make some money out of this. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's again testament when we were talking to Big Homie, and the choice of security that would be used depending on what ring of the Russian doll of Diddy's life he was in. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you now, if I was picking a security guard for the public surface level impression that the world had of Diddy up until now, Big Homie's the one I'm going for, because he's got a reputation for not liking R-worders and not liking people that touch kids and people that transport people and all this. He's renowned for being, he doesn't like them very much. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all we're going to say. Doesn't like them very much. And it's a great choice, because having somebody like that around you would say that nothing like that ever happened when they were around. It's clever. Big shout out to Big Homie as well. What a freaking guy. Right, let's carry on with this.
Freeze all his assets. He didn't make money illegally. He made a lot of money legally. So they can't take all his money. So if I was Jake Porter and the family too, I'd be treading water gently too. I wouldn't be just rushing out, coming after Chris Todd. Anybody that comes after me, if they really do their history, they know like you're playing with fire. Like you don't even want to engage me. Just let me do what I'm doing, right? And if there's something down the road, you want to have a conversation with me? Absolutely. You could call me. I'll talk to you anytime. But there's we got to take it step by step. It's a mission. And look, we took the world by storm. We really did. They're still doing it. The girl Rotten Mango, she just did a whole thing about it. She had 2 million views in 1 day or 5 days talking about me. News Nation constantly talks about me. Okay. And it's okay. But I'm saying, anyway, it's a whole backstory, but.
So Manuel sent a follow-up question. Why was it only Courtney was called up to the grand jury subpoena and they didn't call you up?
They probably will. I don't know. They haven't contacted me yet. I've worked with the FBI before. I worked with DEA. I work with LAPD robbery homicide. They know where I'm at. There's no hiding. I don't have the tapes. Whether they know that or not, I don't know. I don't have them. I've said that on record. The other day, I did 2 other little quick interviews. I don't have them. I've never seen them. To be honest with you, I wanted to. Courtney wouldn't show them to me. And that's probably to protect me, right? Because if the celebrities and they're young, I believe they're of age. I do. I'm gonna correct Courtney right now. Justin Bieber is not 15 in the video that he's talking about. He's 22 years old.
Here's me just stressed about what Letitia's saying in that. I'm gonna just got people just dropping bombs all over the channel. This is mad. This is mad. This is mad. I mean, big shout out to freaking to Chris Todd, man. I mean, just testimony to all of these people here stepping up and having their say on this platform, man. Because damn,
yeah, Sean is really famous.
Yeah,
really. I mean, not that he wasn't before or ever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying with his Diddy information, I mean, he is really pulling it out the bag, Ron.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree. I will say big shout out to Shane and the rest of the team. We have a lot of working pieces that keep the crown on Mr. Atwood's head firmly placed.
Yes.
You know, so it's a team
job.
effort. Big shout out the mods. Big shout out the mods. Moan the mods in the side chat. Can we like and share for the mods? Okay. Like and share for the mods. Everyone, just get this shared somewhere. Like and share for the mods, please. Like and share for the mods. And let's carry on with this because this is spicy.
Which video was that? Was that the one in the gym, or was that where he was compromised?
They're talking about Atlanta when he's partying with them. They go, "Happy birthday, Justin!" And he's putting on the varsity jacket. He's not 15 years old. He's like 22. I believe he turns 22. It's 2016. He was born in 1994. He's 30 years old today. He's born in March, I think. Okay. So he was turning 22 because I think it was 2016. So he's not a minor. Courtney doesn't know. Courtney, you know, I want to say something about Courtney real quick because that's my boy. It's my guy. Courtney is not an investigator. He's a music producer. He's not a whistleblower. He's not a cop. He's not a lawyer. He's not a judge. He's a music producer.
Yeah, Courtney's the one person in all of this that just screams average dude. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like he is, and he looks, you know when like a kid gets caught and they're like that for a second, right? Like I feel like Courtney is in a situation where he's just trying to do the right thing, right? You know, do the right thing with Kim, with all this stuff, and he's like in a minefield, right? With these USB sticks, like, oh no, oh no, oh well. Do you know what I mean? It is just I just want to say big shout out to everyone. Courtney again, Chris Todd, Jaguar, Big Homie, everyone who is getting information out, because again, if I was Courtney, I would have been dead dropping some stuff anonymously. That's what I would have been doing. Do you know what I'm saying? But he never. He stepped up. He stepped up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just epic. Thank you, Corinne. I appreciate that. That's a nice comment. Thank you very much. I'm just a chatty boy. That's all it comes down to. But listen, let's get back into this because.
So remember that when people say, "Oh, I don't understand what he's saying," because he's talking cryptically. He's a great guy. He's a very artistic guy. He did Hail Mary for Tupac. Look it up. He's the producer from Hail Mary. He's talked about a Nelly song. I got a text from Courtney B from New Jersey. That's him. He's a part of pop culture. You just don't know it. He's not Chris Todd. That's why once we merged together and we merged this to this, right? This is boom. That's what it is.
People are asking, what is your qualifications and work history for you to get into this position?
Just Google me. Google Chris Todd O.J. Simpson. Chris Todd murders. Just look me up. Look at my.
Yeah, we're not wasting any time with my credentials. You can Google that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about. We've only got limited time.
About me.
Yeah, too freaking right, my G.
Stories: Zodiac, Natalie Wood, Biggie, Tupac. Okay, John Benet Ramsey. Someday I will be a household name. You will know me. They're trying to stop me. They're always trying to stop me.
So if you were asked for a job title presently, what would it be?
I'm an investigator. And then
what does that?
And then, okay, first I'm an investigator, not a PI. PIs have licenses. I'm not a licensed PI. I'm an investigator. Then I'm a
Yeah, me too.
Journalist, author, and producer. But first, I investigate unalivings. That's what I do. That's how I ended up with this. All my clients have been unalived or they've disappeared. I did Delphi. Go look up me on Delphi. I wrote the first book. Caused a big storm on that. And it ain't over. It's not. You're in for a rude awakening over there pretty soon, too, on that.
All right, we've got 3,000 watching live right now with Chris Todd. And you may have seen him come on the channel 6 weeks ago. We're going through the chronology of events that have happened since he last came on. He's become the eye of the storm of the biggest selling book, most controversial book in the world. And oh boy, is it a story. He's been news headlines here consistently in the UK. Courtney has as well. And he is expanding on this trajectory of what's happened. So we were at the point now where the kids spoke out. They said it was BS. I said I could understand that reaction. They don't want to hear about the mama doing that kind of stuff. How did Amazon then contact you? Did they have to give you like a reason as to why they're taking it down, like a legal reason? Or anything? What happened?
So, Amazon, we don't have any issue with Amazon right now. They've been cool. They've been nice to us. They usually communicate via email. You don't call them. You don't call Amazon. They send us a couple letters saying, hey, we've had a complaint from somebody that's threatening to sue us. We told you in our user agreement, defamation, copyright infringement, you could be liable for legal fees, right? And we said, okay, we understand. We took Kim's picture off. They asked us to, so we did. We complied. They asked us, they said, we're going to take your book down. We complied. We didn't say anything about it. We didn't appeal anything. We didn't sue them. We did nothing. And now we wait. And that's it. And I've already told them we're not putting it back up. So we've already said that. And we've already told Al B. Shore and his lawyer. We have a good rapport with them. We've already said, made a small offer to them. Like, and I don't mean money. We've made an offer to them, to Al, to make an apology, to pull him out of the book. If we ever down the road did it, he's out of the book, right? Give him our word. But nobody owns Kim Porter. Not Amazon, not Al B. Shore, not me. That's why. And also, I will say this too. I did write some of the book. And I'm going to put that on the record because that's my book. So people need to know that now. I couldn't say that before, but I did.
All right, just to clarify then, your book's up there. It's the #1.
So is this the guy when Courtney was talking about when he was being interviewed in the street by that reporter, and he was like, it was put out previously and somebody had added something to it, and then we wanted it removed? Is that this guy he's talking about? Or is it the other version of the book that he said there was a chapter we want to remove? What the hell's the guy's name? The Jamal Millwood Tell It All Kim Porter one. He was talking about that.
I think he was talking about Chris.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's jump back in.
Selling book in the world. Amazon received legal letters, we're assuming, because you've not seen those legal letters.
From Al B. Shore.
Did they tell you that, Amazon?
Yes. Well, we get them at the same time. You have to have discovery. We get the same letter that Amazon got. Yeah.
So it was just it was just the one legal party contacted Amazon. There was no more parties involved.
Sean Combs sent me a cease and desist that I've never shown anybody from jail.
How many days into the book being published and going viral was that cease and desist coming?
This says the date's like September 24th, so within 3 weeks, pretty fast. Well, from when it went viral, like within days. This is right away. I sat on it. People Magazine asked me to publish it. I wouldn't do it with them because all they do is block my stories. So I told them to kick rocks. So I'm going to read some of this for you exclusively today.
Do you want to do that now or later on?
We could say some of it right now. And this proves that Sean knows those flash drives are real. Okay.
Whoa. Okay, so he's about to read out what he's basically saying is going to prove that Sean Diddy Combs is aware of what's on those flash drives, which, by the way, is pretty massive considering that those flash drives have just been handed over to the feds or Homeland Security or whatever word you want to use. I don't know. That's mad, right? Let's just carry on with this.
Go for it.
I'll just read some of it, sure. Unlawful statements concerning Sean Combs. How do they know they're unlawful? Because I said what? That Kim was unalived? You need to be careful because I'm the best investigator in the world. And if I find out she was, that's not unlawful. So we write on behalf of our client, Sean Combs. Dear Mr. Todd, concerning the purported Kim Porter memoir, quote, that you self-published in September. Your memoir is riddled with fabrications. Oh, is it? How do you know that? You don't. And inaccuracies. Really? What's inaccurate about it? That are obviously calculated to smear Mr. Combs' name and reputation. He's undefamable. Do you not understand? Your client is Lucifer. You can't defame him. That's why Courtney calls him Lucifer. When you authored and published the fake memoir, you knew or had reason to know that it was not truthful, that it was not drafted by Miss Porter. Oh, really? It wasn't? And that it does not reflect any intention by Miss Porter to spread falsehoods concerning her, Mr. Combs, their family, or any other person. That's kind of strange. Your publication is injurious and unlawful. False. That's a lie. It is not unlawful. You want to go to court, we'll go to court. Go ahead. Chris Todd versus Sean Combs. Good luck. Because I'll get his phones. I'll get all your stuff. I'll get all the discovery. I'll get his computers. Go ahead. I'll get everything. I'll get all the witnesses. I'll subpoena Sean. I'll depose Sean. Go ahead. I beat OJ. I'll beat Sean Combs. Accordingly, we hereby...
Sorry, keep going.
Let's get to the juice. Let's get to the juice while we're talking about OJ. Let's get to the juice. Miss Electra's Instagram post is in clear acknowledgement that any claim Miss Porter drafted a manuscript is false. Oh, really? She knows? She have the flash drive? Does she? Nope. Courtney Burgess does, not you. The law of all states, okay, but not limited to California, liable for defamation. This is the best part. Albie Shore has expressly denied, among other things, about what was said about him. I'll just say that. All the statements in the memoir are entirely false. And your publication of these, among other falsehoods, constitutes defamation. Well, guess what, Michael Tremonte? I can prove they're actually real. So let's do it. Come to me. Let's do it. I'm taking a page out of Jaguar right here. Sorry, Jaguar. I don't mean to get so. You're brilliant how you do it. I do it a little differently. Here's the last part. This is going to be good. For the reasons discussed above, we hereby demand that you immediately retract the fake Kim Porter memoir and provide to us a forensic image of the purported flash drive.
Oh, here he comes again. How are you doing, Shane? You all good?
Yeah, I'm absolutely spectacular, Mr. Ron. How are you?
I'm okay. Are you here to drop some more bombs on us, or are you just popping in because you love us?
I'm popping in with bombs. So everybody, tune in tonight at 8 o'clock. We will have 30 minutes with Miss Jaguar Wright to update us on her life, and then we'll have another 30 minutes of her and Mr. Courtney Burgess, and then the last half an hour will be with him by himself. So we'll have 2 full spectacular hours of Jaguar Wright and Mr. Courtney Burgess on the Diddy situation. So yeah, that little tidbit. That's it.
I'm with you. Sorry, I was just reading a message from the boss. Yeah,
I
I mean, you've smashed that again. I mean, absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
Jaguar,
I just literally left him a message about 15 seconds before I jumped in here. So I don't know if he knows I'm telling all this lie.
Way to go, Shane.
Yeah, we're good, guys. I mean, and we got to commend Mr. Atwood too, because he's letting me go crazy with this and getting these guys on the show, and I can't wait. It'll be a good show tonight, and I can't wait to see it. So yeah, that'll be amazing. So everybody stick around, and we'll have a good time.
Have we got a link up by any chance? And have we got anything before 8 o'clock?
I don't think we have anything prior to that, Ron, if I'm not mistaken. I know Sean has a prior engagement for a recorded interview he's doing for another guest later this week. Right. But right now, as far as live, no.
Okay, so if we've got that set up, we should have a link that takes everyone at the end of this to that. Let me just go in and check that's been set up. I imagine it will have.
Yeah, I haven't done anything else in the yard yet to do anything until we get thumbnails and kind of stuff. So,
Right. Sorry that you're all watching us have a staff meeting.
Yeah, we're doing this in front of 2,500 people. We're doing it for you guys.
Okay, so yeah, So can you hang on a minute? Just talk to the people for a minute, Shane, please.
People, you guys are amazing. I tell you what, it's awesome. I love being part of this with Sean and Ron, and having, you know, Letitia, Queenie, all the mods too. I mean, I've really been buried into this new world of YouTube with Sean and Ron. I've been with Ron for a few years, but not to this depth. It's exciting, it's fun, and I love seeing everybody's reaction when we are able to bring content like this out to you guys, and it's neat. I mean, you'll never really see me on screen. You know, it's
all right.
Asking for my channel. I don't have a channel, guys. I've got like 18 subscribers. I don't have a channel. If any channel, it's Sean Atwood's channel or Ron's channel I'm part of. So
yeah,
you know. So
all right, wicked. Well, yeah, we don't need to worry about linking anything. The boss has got all that covered. That's fine.
Okay.
And that was at 8 o'clock. You said tonight, right?
Yes, 8 o'clock. It'll be 5 o'clock Eastern or 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for us Americans. Go by that, and then 5 hours later for the European folks, and you know, the rest of the world will figure it out. You know. So yep, and we'll have 2 good hours of nice, fun, juicy information from the world of hip hop. So I'm going to go. I got to eat lunch and finish up some work. And you guys enjoy Mr. Ron Swanson and Miss Letitia. And let's get here tonight. Let's get us back up to 15,000 viewers tonight, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Sorry, I'm just.
Hell yeah.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with the staff meeting there. Very, very exciting stuff. And like I say, it's just what we do here. So big shout out to Shane, big shout out to Sean.
Adios, guys.
Let's get back into this. Let's go.
On which the manuscript was found, together with a sworn affidavit identifying all persons to whom Miss Porter allegedly entrusted the flash drive and detailing how you purportedly came to possess it. Wait, I thought you said it was fake. So why are you asking for the drives? Because you know they're real. Wank. Mic drop. Now here's the best part. So when Homeland Security kicked in Courtney Burgess's door, yeah, then they already got him. So guess what, Michael Tremonti and Miss Garagos and Mr. Agnafilo, you already got him. So go watch him yourself, because I don't know what's on there. But what I hear, it's pretty dang salacious.
So if the feds have got them, then they're taking it that seriously. They're kicking in his door. Doesn't that also authenticate the book?
Pretty much, yeah. If you have, look, I've worked with the FBI before, and I'm telling you straight up right now, the FBI does not listen to you. So if you call and say this guy unalived somebody, they don't care. They don't do anything. Zero. The LAPD robbery homicide does that too. They don't listen to you. Now, if they saw something they discovered on their own, they'll look into it. So if Homeland Security came to Courtney's house, that means somebody with major power and clout called on him. And I think I know who it is. I do.
People want to clarify the sequence of events of how this information got from Kim to you, the nature of the drives, etc.
Yeah. The big cheese. You guys are so close. You're so close. You're so close. I can't say the name. Not yet. But I'm telling you right now, I'll say this. It's a woman. Okay? So
what does that mean? What does that mean, Chris?
Right. What does that mean? It's a woman.
Oh, God, we could just speculate away, but let's just carry on.
Okay.
Well, at least I gave you 50% chance. Okay? This woman was close to Kim and Diddy and was courageous, but didn't want to get the smoke. So they gave it to Courtney. And Courtney had it for a while, for years. Okay? Years. Tried to do it gently without kind of ruining his own name in his own industry. Remember, these are this is their culture. This is their story, their job, not me. I'm an investigator. I blast people every day. That's what I do. I kill killers. That's what I do. Read my books. So you put it in my hand. Yeah, I'm salivating. I'm like, let's go. To them, they couldn't do that. They had to do it very slowly. So we got the big cheese, the whale, and then that was given to Courtney. Courtney gave it to me. There was somebody else involved, and there was a guy, a great guy by the name of Hollywood Wade, that helped out because he had courage too. And there was somebody else, and there were a couple other guys. These guys all knew each other. It was it's a fascinating story how it got to me. It really is. There's a story behind a story. There always is. So I'm kind of like that finishing hammer, like putting the nail in. But before the wood came and the nails and the permits, that happened before me. I had nothing to do with that. I just slammed in the last like nails. So yeah, someday I think, now look, if that celebrity source wants to come forward, they could. We can't stop them. But right now, they don't want to, and they don't want us to say their name. So we're not going to. But that's how it came, and it came like this. Courtney did the cover. Courtney did this. I believe it came to him. It came to him on a drive with photos, but he did a cover and the back. But he didn't print it on Amazon. He had printed it out like at a print press. Do you know what I mean? And so if you wanted it, he had to physically hand it to you or mail it to you. That's why I told him, I said, no, we go to Amazon. A robot sends it all over the world. That's what you want. And that's why, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, on a recent podcast, you were holding up some of the photos. Is there any of those you can show the viewers?
Yeah, I mean, I could show. And look, to me, I don't know if these are old, if they're new. I don't know if they're from Kim, if they're from Courtney. I don't know. Like, I just, and Courtney gets upset with me when I doubt something. But look, the cat's out of the bag, man. I'm an investigator. I don't believe all the sources. I don't know if every single thing in the book is true. People are corroborating some of it, though. So we just got to roll with the punches. Like that's Andre Harrell from Uptown, right? With he helped start Sean. And some of these pictures are online in Google because I think they were leaked before, years ago. I think Courtney was leaking these. People know this one. He's like hugging from behind some executive or some party goer.
Wow.
The one picture I removed all the pictures, like Snoop Dogg holding hands with Diddy, because I didn't want it. I didn't want to show these. I didn't want to. I wanted just Kim to talk. This is Andre Harrell again with Diddy. This is supposedly right before Andre was passed on. Like literally, like the day of or something weird. I don't know. There's some significance to this picture that they really wanted me to put in. They got mad at me when I didn't put it in. There's some big stink about this photo. Now the other photo, the one that I really liked, that I thought was important, and that really hit home for me, is really Biggie, Sean Combs, and Snoop Dogg. That's the photo to me that shows how close Snoop Dogg was to Sean. Remember, there's a big East Coast, West Coast beef, right? Not here, there ain't. And that's
yeah, Snoop Dogg, sadly, we've got some text message confirmation from a source of ours. Snoop in the same category as often Ashton Kutcher is. So,
wow.
And that's all alleged, obviously. Skip it. Like, allegedly. Man, it's all of them.
Oh, it's everyone.
It's all of them. It's everyone. It's everyone.
It's all of them.
It literally is all of them. It literally is all of them. We'll get back to this. Let's have a listen.
That's why Courtney's got something with Snoop. I don't know what it is. He's got some issue with Snoop Dogg. There's something happened. Somebody tried to get Courtney before to hurt him years ago. So there's some history there. I've told Courtney to just chill with that. Like, this book's about Kim. It's not about Snoop. Like, and you know, people keep asking, oh, who's X'd out in the book? It's kind of out of the bag. You guys can go look for yourself. I'm not going to say it. Just go look.
So you've raised something there that I'm fascinated by, the theory that Diddy manufactured the whole East Coast, West Coast beef. And as it escalated, Diddy became a co-conspirator or an enabler in the unaliving of Tupac and Biggie, just so he could profit.
So if you talk to Courtney, he has a different view than I do. So I differ with them. I believe that Sean Combs was not involved in the unaliving of Biggie Smalls at all. I do not. I know who unalived Biggie Smalls, and I can prove it. I've already proved it. I said I already did the interview, just the media won't print it because they censor me. They just won't let me talk. So I did it with Cinemills TV. Go there and watch me talk about Biggie.
Do you believe that,
Ron? Involved in
that Diddy, that he didn't have anything to do with Biggie Smalls' demise? I believe it. I don't believe that he did. They were friends. They were like best friends.
I think he killed everybody. Okay. Diana, Tupac, Elvis, all of them. Okay. All of them. No, I'm being serious. Like, on a serious note. Like, at this point, right? Yep. 100%. Like, how, because I'm telling you now, if he hadn't had something to do with that, his money and influence would have found out who it was.
Right.
Something to hide. Don't go out. I'm sorry. Tupac was killed outside of a Mike Tyson fight, like as the people were leaving. Okay, in front of that crowd. And have you looked into how little of an investigation there was into Tupac's death?
Right. Nobody. Yeah.
The witnesses are still waiting on a phone call to give a statement. All right. You know what I'm saying? Also, just side quest, which is what I was on right now. Just give me a second, right? Just wait a second. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Hang on a second, just bear with me. All right. So it's interesting because somebody mentioned Dr. Dre, right, in the side chat about how nobody's really talking about Dr. Dre, right? Maybe Dr. Dre got a warning, all right? And he took his warning and he kept his mouth shut from that day on. Because Dr. Dre had a son who passed away. Veteran rapper Dr. Dre suffered serious heart attack after the death of his son, Andre Young Jr. Andre passed away on the 23rd of August 2008, and now fans want to know what happened. Andre was discovered dead in his California home at 10:30 a.m. on August 23rd by his mother, Janita Porter. Janita quickly called the paramedics, however, they were unable to revive him, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Representative Dr. Dre later confirmed Andre Dre saying in a statement, Dr. Dre's mourning and the loss of his son, Andre. Please respect his family and privacy at this time. Do you remember when this happened?
I don't remember this. This is
right?
my first time hearing this.
Well, look, there was a music video, right? This one, Dr. Dre, I need a Dr. Dre, I need a doctor featuring Eminem. And this music video kind of goes into some stuff. And one of the things that sort of flashes up in one of the sequences is references to Tupac. There is a high-speed car chase. It's him driving, and he crashes his car. And then we've got this kind of like oracle-looking mystical chick singing. And Eminem does this thing where he has to rebuild Dr. Dre after his heart attack. And then Dre says he's coming back for one more album. And then nothing. Nada. So for those of you who are saying, why isn't Dr. Dre come out? I think this could be something as a reason to why he's not, allegedly, possibly, maybe. I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing you something, and then you guys can make up your own mind, right? That's what's happening here, okay? Because
I'll watch this after this show.
Yeah, do. Every time I play a music video now without any sound, they still copyright claim me. So not today, music industry. We're just putting up little still images like this. See, try and claim that. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Young Eminem back in the day. When was this? 13 years ago. 513 million views. It's a banger. It's a banger. What is the video again? It's Dr. Dre, I Need a Doctor. That one right there. Ping you like me. So, all right, let's jump back into here. And what time are we at? We're at 5:10. We've got 3,000 people steadily watching us for most of the show across all platforms, Letitia. Big shout out to all of you wonderful viewers. Hope you're all having a fantastic Monday.
Viewers.
Way too many dots connecting. Do you know that meme, right, of Charlie from Always Sunny? Hang on a second. This is what my brain looks like right now, right? Put a 1 in the side chat if you find this all too relatable right now. That is my brain. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, all right. This is also very representative of what Shane's brain looks like right now with the guest list booking forms that and the guest plan. Right, his phone was like, we've got to get these guests in. So I listen. Okay, I'm just saying it works on it's a very applicable meme across the board right now. So this is how I feel. This is me. This is any of us in the side chat trying to explain a week's worth. Imagine, right? You bump into your mate on a Friday after watching a week's worth of these live streams, right? The Daily Show, the evening shows, and you try and fit it all into a 30-minute coffee break. That's what you're going to look like. You're going to look like this guy right here. This is what you're going to look like. You're like, no, flash drives. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I listen. Praise all of you, man, for spreading the word and getting all this out. It really is. We do our job here, but without you guys doing your job, all of this is meaningless. Okay, it's just me and Letitia sitting on the internet talking to no one. All right, so you guys are a massive part of how information gets out and spreads. Okay, because believe it or not, right, if none of yous were here, right, the information wouldn't get out there. All right, so Dan just dropped something up the stairs and I just had a freaking tiny heart attack. But it's okay. It's okay. Right, let's jump back into where we were. We've still got a bit of a chunk of this to go. What time are we at? 10 past. Let's see how much more we've got to go. We'll power through another little bit of this anyway.
You're not going to find a check. You're not going to find a fingerprint. I'm saying is Sean wanted help. That's known. Just go listen to Keefe confess it to Greg Kading. It's on tape. Everybody stop. He already said it. Greg Kading did great work. He already did it. So I'm not saying they're going to pinch Sean for it, but, you know, Sean was afraid of Suge and he was afraid of Tupac. He was. I would have been too. And if he says it in passing to Zip Martin and to Keefe and they say, man, we got to get rid of these fools. Can you take them to court and say that? Probably not. Probably not, unless somebody wore a wire and you saw a transfer of money. The guy came forward in the Nick Broomfield documentary, remember? The British producer, Nick. They called him the accountant or something, and he was crying in the jail saying, we moved monies. I saw David Mack and Suge talking. Come on, man. Just everybody use your head. It's right in front of you. Okay? So, I mean, that's on the biggie, but I'm saying with the Tupac, and I think really Tupac's thing was a spontaneous thing. A lot of these people are like, oh, the conspiracy. No, okay, this is how I would say it. What's the coincidence that if Orlando Anderson gets jumped at the MGM, right, and gets beat up, and then an hour later, he's firing off rounds at Tupac? How can you say there's a conspiracy? He just got jumped and embarrassed. He was mad. Keefe was there. Zip was there. Zip had a gun. He gave it to him. Keefe told you that. See, a lot of people, they don't want to believe people because they think they're shady characters. I'm telling you right now, from an investigator standpoint, you need to listen to everyone and you sift it out after. Let them tell their story because they're not lying all the time. If Keefe D says, they used to call me Keefe D, is he lying? No. Dwayne Davis is my name. Is he lying? No. They don't always lie. Zip was there. And they had the phone call with Zip Martin and Keefe to Sean, and Faith was on the phone. Was that us? Was that us? Yeah, because Tupac wasn't dead yet. They didn't know he wasn't dead. It was like the next day after the shooting. So they're a little looser talking about it. See, look, a lot of people, they're not investigators. I am. Let me do what I do, right? And I will show you magic.
So when you read Kim Porter,
just the way he said that was an interesting line. That's an interesting choice of words there. So we need to sort of wind down a little bit, right? We'll go about another 10 minutes, and I'm very sad to say that. I've got a prior engagement that I need to attend to. So, in fact, Letitia, let me just play this and let me just go and double check on something.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back. You might need to fill me in on what the next question is. And apologies for doing this, everybody, but just bear with me. It could result in a longer show for you people, so just bear with me. Yep, and probably want to remember to hit play. Otherwise, Letitia will just be sat here wondering what is going on.
I was going to start talking.
Right, okay. Here we
go. His word about the conspiracy, the murder conspiracy, did that just confirm what you were thinking, or did it add anything to it?
We're talking now about the potential unaliving.
Yes.
Okay, we're moving on to that world. All right, hold on one sec, because I need to text someone because it's like a reporter's like won't stop writing me. Hold on.
Yep, go for it. People watching, we did an interview with Chris Todd about 6 weeks ago, and the link to that one, if you want to see it, is in the description box below this video on YouTube. And all hell broke loose right after that interview. There's over 4,000 watching live right now. I'm with Chris Todd, and you may have seen his book get reported all over the world news. Yep, keep going.
So, all right. So moving on to that. Okay. In my book, in Kim's book, my book version, I had put, one of the final wishes was for the memoir diary to be made public. This is a disclaimer, trying to help everybody. Regarding Kim's sudden death and the mysterious illnesses of Albie Shore and Jamie Foxx, evidence does exist that points to foul play and or poisoning. There is, period. End of story. Now, is there a conviction? I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, and I'm not a cop, right? I can't arrest anybody. Right now, I am fully investigating Kim's unaliving. I know for a fact that Al B was poisoned. I can't say too much. I know for a fact he was. As for Jamie Foxx, we have to watch his little special that he's putting out. I do believe he was. If there's some smoking gun that comes out and he says, oh, I had an aneurysm and here's the medical records, here they are. Show me. And then I'll get off it. But for now, I'm focused on Kim. And the guy recorded the LAPD detective. I don't know if he was supposed to, whatever. He did a great job. He's an interesting guy. He works with Gene Deal. I forgot his name. He recorded the police officer, the detective, the lead detective. That detective did not say anything that disproved that she was unalived. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, and I listened to the whole thing. There were a lot of people at that house when they showed up. There was a house full of people. That's bad. That's a bad scene. Now, obviously, somebody was there first with Kim, and they called the ambulance. Then the family was coming at the same time. So I get it. Like, the police didn't show up for like an hour or two. They didn't show up. Where's Kim's phone? Why didn't she have her phone with her? Where is it? Because you guys took it. Where's her computer? Because you took it. See, there's already shady things. What woman doesn't have her phone by her bedside? Because they stole it. And they wanted her, they knew she had a book. I'm fine. I got a source coming forward right now that's woo-hoo, singing like a canary. And it's going to come out. It is. I'm not saying Sean's going to get, like, they're going to file charges. They're not going to exhume Kim. I think she was buried, not cremated. She had a very fancy funeral too. I'm not saying that, but that's not what I do. I tell stories. Okay. And if I feel, I will tell that story. And if these people want to file a lawsuit against me, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, we had big homie.cc on, and he was talking about the poisoning he experienced.
Yep.
And he was speculating about the unaliving through the pneumonia. Have you considered how they do this? What is the mechanism?
Now watch. This is interesting. Big homie CC. Okay. I'm trying to reach out to him too. Let me tell you this.
I can arrange that.
I appreciate it. Cool. I was listening.
Like a little bit of the Godfather theme tune played in Sean's head when he said that there. Okay, I just want to say that right now. Like, it was like, wah, 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 wah. I can arrange this for you. Huh? That's not even the Italian accent, right? But what are we hearing right now? I mean, it's wild, right? We're listen, we've only got about another 10 minutes or so. But we'll see if we can fit in our little section of this in. Over 3,000 W's now. Thank you so much for being here. Let's just crack on until we're done.
To your show with him or him somewhere else. And I was kind of like doing something else. Like I was just listening. And he goes, cyanide metabolizes into pneumonia. And just like one of these, like, yep. What do you say? And when I did a little more research, I kind of knew this sort of. When I did a little more research, he might be right. It does destroy your lungs. And it can make your lungs bleed. That's weird. You know how easy it is to poison somebody? You just swipe it on their door handle of their car. Because nobody grabs their door handle, do they? Because they ain't driving the car. So they just put the glove on, smear the cyanide or arsenic or thallium, things they used in rat poisons for years. Women killed their husbands like this. Just take a glove, you smear it across, or their doorknob at their house.
It's hard to trace that.
Studio, at their music studio.
Right?
It's hard to trace those poisons in the system. Like you have to go through extensive tests in the hospital, blood work.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost like giving a gift, putting it on someone's car. All of these things sort of add up with a lot of the stories that we're hearing, the people who've died, the suspicious drownings that people have had in their house, all of these kind of things. It all ties back to a narrative that is pointing to some really foul play. across the board on this. Well, listen, everyone, listen. I'm sorry we've reached the end of the show today. We're leaving it on a bit of a. We're halfway through this. We will pick this back up tomorrow. We will be live tonight with Jaguar Wright and Courtney Burgess. This evening at 8 o'clock, there will be a segment with just Jaguar, and then Jaguar and Courtney, and then a segment with just Courtney. Please make sure you are liking and subscribing. Please make sure you do all that good stuff. And yeah.
Before we go, Ron.
Yeah.
Why was all those people at Kim Porter's house, and why? Not that I'm really asking you the question. I'm just stating it again.
Yeah.
That he said that it took the police an hour or so to get there and to just investigate. That's what Chris just said.
Well, I may have not been here. I couldn't comment on that just now. But if it looks like there's suspicious activity surrounding the police when people are in help or needing help within the story, and then a period of time goes past, I mean, you know where I'm going with this, right? I mean, we're talking about monies, some backhanders. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that was good. Thank you, Ron.
I mean, that's just my humble opinion. But listen, thank you for being here. Thank you, Letitia. Thank you, Shane. Thank you to the Sean Atwood channel. Thank you to the side chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Do all the good stuff. I will see you guys later on tonight, 8 o'clock, as we already stated. Oh, also as well, keep your eye out, because somebody was asking about Abramovich earlier, and I thought I had something that I was going to show you, but apparently, oh yeah, there we go. So people were asking about Abramovich. I am working on something for you lovely people. The next episode of the Illuminati Rituals Magic Monsters is going to be looking into Abramovich, also Michelle Lamy, her wonderful husband, and a few other individuals. We're also going to be deep diving into this whole the whole context and the manner of witchcraft in Hollywood. I'm just waiting on a couple of potential guests that are going to be part of it. It will be a live show that will also have a pre-recorded segment in the middle. So stay tuned, and we'll let you know when that's going to be happening. So thank you all for being here, and make sure you guys are liking and subscribing with the bell on, because we have got so much more coming. Perez Hilton, we've got Jaguar Wright, and we've got Courtney tonight. It just keeps on giving. So like and subscribe. It's free. Okay. 2024. I'm telling you now, there ain't a streaming service online where you're getting this value for one click, and that's all you got to do. Okay, maybe 3 clicks, whatever. But thank you for being here. I love you guys. From me, Ron Swanson, as always, be safe out there, guys.